Ladies and gentlemen, Nsanity Games back within the Terraria showcase. This one is my top 10 Terraria seeds. You could probably tell by the title and the description. But before I get into this, I'd like to point out I'm sorry for I didn't get this updated, or I should say out, last Friday. But this took a little bit longer because all these seeds on this list were either me entering in random words that I thought might be interesting or letting it randomly generate. So all these seeds on this list I found by entering in. I didn't use any websites like Reddit or YouTube or anything like that to get any of the seeds on this list. But anyways, let's get on to the video. The first seed on this list is called Snow. You can do random generation or crimson. The corruption generation will be slightly different than the one I'm going to be showcasing. I mean, for the most part, it's going to be the same. The items are generally going to be the same. The only differences seem to be certain biomes, like, Crimson seems to be more skinnier, has that one little thing that goes down underground. Corruption has a bunch of chasms, so obviously there are going to be slight variations. And all the seeds will be found in the description box along with the generations. First off, we're going to go to the right. This one is going to have something pretty interesting. It's the underwater desert temple. It's pretty interesting. I don't know, it just seems kind of weird. There we go. Right by the jungle, as you can see. You go down, and you're going to have a desert temple along with one of those altars. And you don't have to go too far. I mean, there's probably a better way to get to this, but the loot inside this is a guarding sandstorm in a bottle, 8 tungsten bars, 5 lesser healing potions, gil potions, 17 torches, and 57 silver coins. So, the next seed on the list is gonna be Sinbad. I remember watching a show called Sinbad a long time ago. It's the main reason why I chose this. But the best part of this seed, in my opinion, is going to be on the right side. It's going to be the ocean. I mean, there's just other things that you could find in there that are pretty cool, but I only try to focus on a few features. This being the elevated ocean. It's just weird. I don't think I've ever seen. I mean, I'm seeing elevated oceans before. That's not anything that's too drastic or too noteworthy, but it's just the way this specific ocean is elevated. And then you also have an untouched snow biome on the way there, which is pretty cool. No pun intended. I just like snow biomes. They're my favorite. You'll probably hear me say it time and time again, that snow biomes are tied for my favorite feature with the hollowed biome. Then you got chest right there, but I'll let you guys get that one. I just want to show you the main feature, which is, like I said, the elevated ocean, and we're getting close to there. The last time I did this, that over there was, what do they call it, in the middle of a sandstorm. This right here, you get this nice little pond right here that's just naturally formed. You could turn this into like some kind of like beach house or something. You have the ocean and then just have that nice little natural waterfall or stream over there, which is pretty cool. Next seed is a little bit weird name that I just came up with. It's Addict. Take that with what you will. You can either get this seed by either generating a crimson or entering random. Every time I entered random and entered this seed, it always seemed to get crimson. So I'm not sure if you can actually get the other thing. I've entered some of these seeds 10 times just to make sure random would actually get the same seed every time. And out of those 10 times, I did get that. So the Addict seed is, if you go off to the left, you're going to come across the crimson biome. And from here, if you go straight up, you're going to have your first Sky Island, which is nothing too spectacular. I mean, you know, it's a pond. But then you go over here some more. Not too far from that, and you already have your first actual sky island with loot. And you also got some ore. You're going to get with the jagged lucky horseshoe. Could be better modifier. 2 night owl potions, 2 recall, 18 torches, and almost a gold coin, which is pretty good because then you can just put a torch on and hopefully, if your guy's down there, you can end up getting a merchant really quick into the video, or not in the video, into your playthrough. Seed on the list is something pretty cool. Something I don't have yet, but I intend to get in the future. It's the PS4 Pro or the PlayStation 4 Pro, but Terraria related. It has a pretty nice feature. It's going to have towards the left side of the map an ocean that's has a jungle pretty much right next to it. I mean, you don't got like any beach. All you have is the jungle and then the ocean, which is pretty good, especially if you have end up getting one of those endless water buckets. Reason for that being is you can actually increase the water biome, or I should say the height or the depth of the water biome by a decent amount. First feature is a chest not too far from spawn. Has a fleeting aglet, some lead bars, wooden arrows, swiftness potion, and a 12 coins. I'm going to use that to speed this up a little bit. Then you go over here. You should be coming up across another chest. I believe it's in the jungle biome. Got to get over this corruption, which early on is a pain in the butt in my opinion. I always liked the crimson rather than the corruption, just because I didn't have to deal with leaping over or building bridges over these chasms. Worst part of the corruption anyways. And there we go for the chest. It's right here. Got a wooden boomerang, some lead bars, rope, shurikens, 4 recall potions, some torches, and some silver. Now that's not too far from here, and you're gonna come across the ocean / jungle hybrid biome. As you can see, no beach. There's the ocean right there, and there's a guy floating towards you. Got this little weird pond thing here, which is pretty cool. Oh wow. Can you like lure him over here? That's pretty interesting. But anyways, this feature seed was randomly generated. It doesn't have any kind of name, but something I really like. You know, I like snow biomes. Well, I used to really like desert biomes, or at least in Minecraft. Not so much in Terraria. It's like sometimes I'll like it maybe for collecting stuff in order to build stuff out of like sandstone or whatnot, or sand blocks. Can't remember the actual name for it. That's pretty much the only like I have of the desert, is building like some kind of pyramid, or the pyramids themselves that are in the desert. But here, I'll make an exception. If you go right to the right from spawn, not too far, you're going to come across the snow biome. And then not too far into the snow biome, you're going to come across the desert. And then not too far to the desert, and you're going to come across the snow biome. And not much further from the snow biome, you're going to come across another part of the desert. It's pretty dang weird. I definitely like it. If I remember correctly, through the generation, this snow biome will literally circle this entire desert biome, even when you go underground, which is pretty awesome. Definitely like the way this specific seed formed. The next seed, it's another random generated seed, but before I get into that, I want to ask you guys, do you guys want like me entering all this information and show you that it's loaded and whatnot as proof, or do you just want me to spawn in the world? Me personally, I prefer just showing you where I spawn in the world and then showcasing from there and not having to show you this stuff, but I'd rather do it this way the first time, get your guys' opinion on which way you want. I'm only doing this to showcase the proof that the seeds actually work. But if you don't really care about that, you guys want to find out for yourself whether the seeds works, you don't really care about the proof, let me know in the comment section below for that, because I find that part, the beginning part, monotonous. But anyways, you're going to have a snow spawn. These are for people who really like snow seed spawns. I personally like this seed more than the other ones, mainly because this right here. It has this nice little hill that's mostly flat. I'm sure there's other ones that are more flatter, but it is just the ones I found from pretty much at spawn. Holy crap. At spawn, seed. And I like building like that, over and down. But anyways, let's get on to the next seed. Seed is a pretty dang good seed for starting. You'll see why in a second. But basically, what you're going to do is, once you spawn in the world, you're going to want to collect some wood, stack it up, pretty much right directly where you spawn, and you're going to have a sky island sitting right above you, which is pretty awesome, pretty good start. And then what you want to do is you want to take platforms, and you just want to continuously go right, and you're going to come across 4 sky islands. See, you go pretty much straight up from spawn, and you're going to get a sky island right here. The loot is a lucky horseshoe, no modifiers, wooden arrows, night owl potions, recall, and a sky mill. And then not too far, I mean look, that's far, which is ain't very far at all. You're going to come across a Star Fury. Keen version, so +3 critical strike chance, which is pretty dang good for early on. Silver bars, lesser healing potions, and more recall potions. Then, not too far, a little bit further than the other one, but not much further, and a little bit up, you're going to come across a small sky lake, which is not very deep, so you might have to artificially inflate that. And then, this one being a little bit further is the last sky island. And you're going to get the other item, which is the shiny red balloon. This one's jagged, so 1% damage. Not that significant. 19 bombs, angel statue, silver bars, wooden arrows, 12 torches, and another sky mill. Pretty good, definitely pretty dang good seed in my opinion. 3 houses right at the start, if you don't mind them being up in the sky and having to worry about these guys. But with the Star Fury, it'll be a little bit easier to navigate this. This seed is probably one of the most interesting seeds I've ever come across. Sometimes you don't come across a regular desert temple, at least on the surface, where you can actually see it visibly. This seed, there's 2 ones, pretty much right at the surface. You'll see them. They're not really that hidden. Sometimes I'll go through a whole world at the surface and won't even notice one because it's either buried or it just doesn't spawn one for whatever reason. This one spawns 2. And to the right in the ocean is a pretty interesting feature. Although it's going to take a little while to get over there. You're going to come across the desert first. It's nothing interesting in this desert. I mean, you got the little hole, this specific one. But that's pretty much all it has. Then you should be coming across a jungle, which is going to have a chest right there. You can check that out for yourself. Then this specific jungle, or at least that part of the jungle, is not going to have anything. Then you're going to have a little corruption mixed with the jungle, as you can see right there. And then should be coming soon. Right there, you got a desert over here, but it's mixed with the jungle. So it's like a jungle desert temple hybrid, which is pretty interesting. Then not too far from there, you're going to come across another desert temple right here. That's actually part of the ocean. But if you know something about this ocean, is it is not very deep. It's very shallow compared to it. And this has a lot of chests. One there, one there. Okay, maybe not as many as I thought. Okay, 3. Okay, I thought this one had more, but this one doesn't. It only has 3. Still pretty awesome. 2 desert temples and a shallow ocean. This seed is a little bit special. It brings some nostalgic memories, as Fable, the name of the seed, and well, the name of the game, is the first PC game I ever played. I had for my first computer that I got, the one I ended up playing for the first game, and I really enjoyed it back then. I thought it was the most amazing thing. I lost a lot of time into that game. And the seed is still pretty awesome. You're gonna have another jungle ocean to the right of the map, but it's a little bit different than others. It's elevated. which is pretty interesting. I kind of like elevated stuff because then I can flood stuff. Kind of wish the ocean was somewhat had a little bit more water, but it does get it does have a limit, which kind of sucks because I wanted to use that to flood the jungle. Yes, I tried. As soon as I seen that formation, and we're to the jungle part. It's not so much other than interesting features along the way, but a couple chests here and there. One down there, and one right there. Now, yep, there's one more. There's a lot of chests on the way, but nothing too interesting. And up here, you got the ocean. As you can see, this one's pretty deep. You look down there, just keeps on going, and there you have it. Now, if you look over here and bring the map up, you got all of that. Now, I kind of wanted to flood all of this right here, and I couldn't. Maybe if you had, like, what do they call it, that water endless water bucket, you could, but yeah, pretty awesome seed for that reason. You can end up building that way, and you also got the jungle right next to the ocean if you want to create some kind of farm. This seed is a little special. It is a quick way to get to a jungle temple. This one's going to be a crimson one. I'm not sure if this will work with the corruption, as you know, corruption and crimson seeds or generations are gonna be slightly different, as corruptions are chasms, crimsons is just like that little cave-like zigzag until it reaches a little weird spiky thingy at the bottom. I know I didn't describe it very well. You're gonna want to go to the right. It's gonna take a little while to get there. Basically, you're gonna look for the crimson, and then you're gonna look for the cave there. Along the way, you're gonna come across a area where it's gonna have two chests. It's not too far from now. They're gonna have a vine book, which is right in that one, and down there you're gonna have one of those climbing claws, I think they're called. And then a little bit after that, you're gonna have the cave, where it's gonna take you where you need to go. You wanna go right down here. Just keep on going, and as soon as you get to the big main chamber, you're gonna want to go over here, and there you go. You have the entrance right here. Might have to dig a little bit, but pretty dang interesting that you got the little entrance right there. Real easy to get to. It doesn't take too long to get there. But anyways, that is it for this seed list. If you guys got any suggestions, like I said, let me know. Do you guys want me to actually showcase the world generation part to show proof, or do you guys would like to see without that? Me personally, I don't like adding that. I really don't, because in that time it takes for it to generate, I could showcase more seeds. So let me know what you guys think on that specific thing. If you guys got any cool seeds, let me know. These ones were all small. I intend to in the future do a medium version of this top 10 and a large version where I look for seeds that I find. I'm not sure how long it's going to take, because me just focusing on this took a while to actually come across seeds that I personally liked, or I found something that I really liked or whatnot. So yeah, don't expect, okay, now it's kind of cool. So don't expect these top 10 seeds to come out very often. I might do ones where I showcase a couple of seeds, like 5 or something like that, or a few in the future, but don't expect to see top 10s too often. In fact, I might lower it in the future. Not 100% sure. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. Oh yeah, like I said, sorry it took so long to get this seed done, but like I said, it took a while longer than I initially anticipated. And I really did not feel like rushing it out in the middle of the snowstorm, because I don't know the exact totals, but it's 8 to 13 inches, somewhere around there, and pain in the ass to shovel anything that's over 6 inches, in my opinion. But anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. I'm probably forgetting something, but I can't remember quite what it was, so see ya.